Zatima fans, now it's been brought to my attention that on IMDb, just like last week, a lot of information is dropped about Tyler Perry shows. When it comes to the show Zatima, which is coming to BET Plus at some point this year, more than likely the summer, probably summer of 2022, once Sistas Season 4 has wrapped up. But they have listed the episode titles, not the synopsis, unfortunately, but the episode titles for Season 1. Again, this is episodes 1 through 10. No release date, no synopsis, just the titles. But I feel like, I speak for all of us Zatima fans that, well, it's good to know something. Now, I imagine that maybe when we get to the point of Sistas mid-season finale, which, this week was episode 7, so I imagine that sometime around maybe March 10th or 17th, once we reach like the mid-season finale of Sistas Season 4, we might get somewhat of, like, let's say, a teaser promo. I don't imagine Tyler dropping a full-on, like, 2-minute long trailer for Zatima. You know how we usually get it. Usually it's like a 15 to 30 second teaser, or at the very least, maybe something along the lines of a just the logo and some music, because that's how they did on the OWN network, for example. But yeah, maybe around this time next month, we might get some sort of teaser for Zatima. But I feel like the closer we get to the release date is when we're going to have cast interviews, on podcast and other media outlets. From there, we might get more information on the different actors or the different characters and the actors that portray them. But I feel like maybe they aren't going to show or give away just too much just yet, for the sake of avoiding spoiling Sistas Season 4. But let's be honest, the spinoff is about Zach and Fatima living together. So A, we know for a fact that Fatima moves in. B, Zach obviously gets out of jail, because why the hell would they have a show where it's Zach and Fatima, but he's in jail for most of it? C, yeah, I got nothing. So let's just move into the episode title. So first of all, thanks to the I think about 7 people sent it to me yesterday alone, through Twitter and Instagram, and a couple people on Facebook too. But we're going to talk about the episode titles. Remember, these are just titles. I have nothing else to work off of, but let's see. Episode 1, A New Chapter. I feel like it's self-explanatory. Yes, a new chapter, not just in the lives of Zach and Fatima, but also for the Sistas series as a whole. I feel like Sistas in its own right is kind of like Girlfriends, in the way that, the game spun off from Girlfriends. And yes, I know that it was Moesha, the Parkers. Yeah, it was Moesha, and then from there you had the Parkers, and then the game also split away from Girlfriends, and from the Girlfriend series you had the game. So yeah, Moesha was the birth of like 4 or 5 different shows. But from Sistas, Bruh was like the male counterpart, so that was a spinoff from the get-go. And now we have Zatima. Heck, if Tyler makes one more spinoff from Girlfriends, then it will kind of be like Moesha. But regardless, a new chapter definitely is Zach and Fatima coming into their own away from Sistas. Episode 2, Water Under the Bridge. I'm guessing, and remember, like, we aside from maybe Jake and Jeremiah, who I believe is Zach's brother, and Angie, and a few other characters who are in the cast description, mainly like, and Fatima's version of her sister's group, and then you have Zach's boys on the basketball court. That's really all we know so far. Water Under the Bridge could be something along the lines of some drama or unresolved situations from Sistas that Zach and Fatima need to move on from. Episode 3, Off Limits. I'm guessing this has to do with a woman, due to the fact that, well, remember that in the character descriptions, there's a character who's a stripper, and she's going to rent out the duplex on the other side of Zach's place. So it could be possible that Fatima's like, okay, fine, you want that stripper to move in, but she's off limits. Episode 4, to tell the truth. Probably, hopefully nobody cheats, but it's just one of those situations where something happens and you got to tell the truth. Again, I'm sorry, I'm giving generic explanations, but Episode 5, the element of surprise. Okay, let me put it this way. I want to put episodes 5 through 8 together. I know that seems lazy, but hear me out. Months ago, I believe there's a character entitled, or his name on the show was Ian, which is not to be confused from Ian from If Loving You Was Wrong. And keep in mind, this was a while ago, so it's possible that some of the names of the characters could have changed during development and filming of the series, just saying. But in any case, this man was the ex-lover that broke Fatima's heart and caused her to go down the road of dating to date with no ties or no affection attached. This was the man who, I believe, broke up with her on like a Friday, and then basically that same weekend married his fiance, because I think they initially got together because he had called it off with his fiance, and Fatima turned out to be the rebound, and she fell head over heels, but then she got dumped, and then he ended up marrying that woman. So I believe that he has cancer or something, and he's trying to basically make things right with people who he has wronged. So he basically, calls her up to see her. So the element of surprise could, involve Fatima getting this contact from this man that broke her heart. So, episode 6, episode 5, the element of surprise, she gets contacted by her ex. Episode 6, she visits in order to cut ties with him. Now, whether or not she tells Zach is interesting, because episode 7, entitled Trouble at Home, that could be Zach finding out where Fatima was, and episode 8 could be about last night. Hey, here's where I was last night, and we'll go from there. But there are parts of the character descriptions that say, like, Angie knows about Zach's history with women, not just Karen, from some of her friends and even her man, I believe Jake. So it's just one of those situations where these two are going to have to face gossip from their past. Like Zach might find out things about Fatima. Fatima might find out things from Zach that, neither one of them knew about each other. But the question is, how will the way people see them in the present based off their past personas, will that impact Zatima and how they know each other since they've met? They haven't had an easy go of it, but they're fighting to, stay together. So the most important thing is to not let the outside obstacles and influences do anything to tarnish their relationship. Episode 9, Wicked. Please don't tell me this is Karen focused. In episode 10, To Be Frank. I'm going to put it out there. Maybe Frank is the name of a character. I know that's generic, but it's Tyler Perry writing. But that's really all I got. Hopefully synopsis comes out soon, within the next month or so. But even then, that will reveal a lot. But think of it this way. IMDb, what was it last week? Ruthless, Assisted Living, Bruh, House of Pain, The Oval. And then a few weeks ago, it was Sistas as well. So that was 6 Tyler Perry shows. They just spilled all the tea. So let me know what you think. Are you excited for No, that's a dumb question. We are excited for Zatima. As soon as any more information comes down the pipeline, I will let you know. More often than not, you all let me know first by hitting me up on social media. Links are in the description below. Hit the thumbs up button to show you like the video. If you would like to keep up to date with content, make sure you hit subscribe and hit the bell icon and select all. Also, if notifications are not coming through, it has been confirmed. If you unsubscribe, hit subscribe again, hit the bell and select all, basically to reset notifications. You should be good, knowing when I go live and when I post content. Also, last night I spent time, just kind of cleaning up the channel just a bit, updating the thumbnail. Zach and Fatima, I think, behind the scenes of the Soul Train Awards, updated the banner of the channel itself, removing the shows that I'm not reviewing anymore, such as Bruh, Assisted Living, and a few others. But I replaced them with like the Game, Bel Air, stuff like that. And I know I put the Madea and Tyler Perry kind of like at the opposing ends of the banner, just because A, most of the shows are Tyler Perry related that I review, and B, Madea is making a comeback, and you know, anything Madea or House of Pain related, for example, gets a lot of views. So let me know what you think of the new channel look. Like I said, I'm not changing the name, you know, I'm just trying to clean things up and, you know, just trying something different. Last night, I did the same thing with my Instagram and Twitter, and I'm just trying to, you know, make things look a little bit different, because can't stay the same forever, right? All right, guys. Well, thanks so much for tuning in. And with that being said, I'll talk to you all in the next one.